My personal golden rule of counseling and how to participate in self care while being an advocate is taking a break to spend time with my family. My family is a big motivator of mine. They support me and encourage me to continue working hard to achieve my dreams. And they're there for me when I need boosts or someone to lean on. I share my emotions with them and my struggles. They give me advice and they're honest, even if it may hurt sometimes. Therefore, spending time with them would be a refresher. It would help me forget about working and take me back to why I first wanted to become a counselor and why I chose this profession. They would continue to motivate me to be an advocate for what I believe in, and they would be a reason for my actions towards social justice because they are members of certain populations who are oppressed. Therefore, they would be benefiting from my efforts towards social justice. They would also be advocates with me and would never leave me to fight battles alone. Um, that is why I would rely a lot on my family to be a part of my self care routine and continue to motivate me to be an advocate. Another golden rule of mine is to accept the imperfect. All my life, I've tried to be a perfectionist, and I've learned that it brings negativity into my life because things, people, actions, places, scenarios are not perfect and will never be. Therefore, I'm destroying my own peace if I continue to fight and push for perfection when it's almost impossible to attain in every aspect of my life. If I accept the imperfections of counseling and clients, then that would help keep my self care in check so I do not overwhelm myself with negative emotions due to imperfections. Um, I must also remember that I am not perfect and can make mistakes, but also I am allowed to fix those mistakes and work on myself as an individual, a counselor, and an advocate. Consequently, if I focus on imperfections, then it will ruin me. So I must become comfortable with accepting things I cannot change and accepting things that I have failed to change or have come up short. Since I'm back in my hometown for a month, I went to dinner yesterday with my friends to catch up with each other. One of my best friends received a small New Testament Bible on campus, but since she's atheist, she asked if I wanted it. So, of course, I accepted it, especially because I loved receiving those at my old campus, and I currently don't have one in my purse or in my backpack. So, I thought it was an awesome coincidence and would be a perfect time to dive into it. So, Psalm 20 speaks on trouble with justice and advocacies. It mentions, may the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May he send you help from the sanctuary and give you support from Zion. May he remember all your offerings and regard with favor your burnt sacrifices. May he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. May we shout for joy your salvation, and in the name of our God set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. Psalm 23 speaks on social justice. It states, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. John 14:27 also speaks on social justice. It states, peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. And the last one, Romans 12:21, do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. John 14 speaks on advocacy. Let not your hearts be troubled, believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, I would have told you. For I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I am, you may be also. And you know the way to where I'm going. Last but not least, Corinthians speaks on courage. Be watchful, stand firm in faith, act like men, be strong. Let all that you do be done in love. I am willing to go to workshops, training classes, anything to enhance my social justice competence, and volunteer at local establishments that help the less fortunate so I can assist them directly, and then share my personal experience with society to bring kind of like an uncomfortable feeling that results in a positive change. I may also be willing to fight for human rights for the specific oppressed populations in my area, like the undocumented Hispanic, Latino population, and the low income population.